Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Going Beyond the Castle. I am one of your hosts, Ashley Rude. My co-host, Lori Talamo, is currently on a cruise to, I don't remember where she's going. I think the Bahamas, maybe. She's on a cruise with her family. She's having a great time. I've been talking to her throughout the week. But this week, I am joined by my wife, Gabrielle Rude. Gab, welcome.
Thanks. I like your cat.
Thanks. She's being moderately calm right now. Her name's Callie.
Maybe she'd be better if you put a bed for her there.
Honestly, I should. She'd spend probably more time in here. Yeah, welcome. Gabrielle and I just returned from our trip to Walt Disney World, so we look forward to recapping our trip, telling you about the good, the bad, the great.
Man, was there lots of bad.
There was so many goods. And yeah, we'll cover just a little bit of news because I know our trip report's going to take up some time because we did a lot of stuff. But first and foremost, I just want to say thank you all for listening. We appreciate each and every one of you for listening every week. Even you, Rob. You can find us on Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitter, on Instagram, anywhere that you consume your social media. We are most likely out there for you guys to consume. We have a website, www.goingbeyondthecastle.com. Could probably use some updating, but it is out there. And I think that's it. Did I hit everything? We go live every Thursday at 7:30, 7 o'clock when you have a sleepy wife. And this episode, if you're not hearing it live and in person on Facebook, on YouTube, every Thursday, this episode will drop on Tuesday morning. When you wake up Tuesday, it'll be there ready for you guys to listen. So we look forward to you listening. We look forward to hearing from people in the chat. I don't know about you, Gabrielle, but aside from like family we saw yesterday, I haven't really talked to anyone about our trip. So hopefully some people tune in so they can hear about what a great trip we had.
I'm so excited.
I could tell. It's just radiating off of you right now.
I think you should just jump right in.
Well, we got to do some news first. Have you seen this new line they're doing called Logo Mania?
Yeah, the like different colors.
Yeah, so blue.
You don't like it.
I never said that. Blue represents
said that.
Blue represents last day of trip blues. I like it. My problem is that like the green is like tiki room, but there's no like tiki room. It's just green.
I think that's the point, is it's just supposed to be the solid color.
Yeah, I don't know.
I didn't know that the color stood for anything, though.
Yeah, I was just reading the article. There's 6 color collections. They all stand for something. Rob wants to know if...
Is this like the official Disney says they stand for these things?
Yeah. Rob wants to know if Gad was this excited on the trip. The man who is known for calling people on their grammatical errors would like to know if Gad was excited on the trip.
I brought this much energy to the trip, too.
Anyways, last day of trip blues. The tiki room for green. Fantasyland feels for pink. Park hopper is orange. Do you want to guess what yellow is?
Not particularly.
Popcorn on Main Street is yellow. And black is Parks After Dark. They just have weird names. Yeah, they just have weird names for them. I do like the collection because I feel like lately I've been kind of just like a plain Jane when it comes to like getting shirts and stuff like that. You've even called me out on just having like a little logo or something. So I'm kind of excited for it. Lori, hi, welcome. Thanks for joining from your very important family cruise. Lori texted me and said she's going clubbing tonight. It just,
exciting.
Yeah, seems like something that she is super into. Loves to go clubbing. So yeah, that's the Logomania. It features 120 plus items. I'm excited for it. I think it's cool. Maybe I'll get some park day blues because I feel like after the first park day, I'm just sad because I know that my days are dwindled. Definitely my style. Other than that, there's a new baby giraffe that we just missed. I'm so sad that we saw a baby giraffe though. I feel like that was the baby giraffe that we saw.
No, I don't think Disney lied and actually put her on the savannah early.
Baby giraffe Ivy joins the tower of giraffes. She's 7.5 feet tall and super cute, and we're super sad that we missed her on Kilimanjaro Safaris. Lori said clubbing is her jam. That'd be like saying Gabbie and I clubbing is our jam, but we are in bed by 8:30 every night. They're selling a souvenir mug at Hoop-Dee-Doo now. Seems like something I need on my shelf back here.
With all the room you have.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to put my Funko Pops back in there since Rob made me move desks. Souvenir mug premieres June 15th at the dinner show. I'm trying to see how much it is. It comes with your choice of an alcoholic beverage, so you have to purchase an alcoholic beverage. Breaking news that we got when we were at Walt Disney World, there was an earthquake, which we will discuss when we get to that part of our trip. And I think that's really it. I mean, they're working on Piston Peak. They're working on Monstropolis. They rolled out new trash cans that we saw at Epcot.
This souvenir mug sucks.
Tell us how you really feel about it.
I thought it'd be like, not necessarily one of the sippers, but like almost like Gaston's like mug, like more themed. This is just a coffee cup.
Yeah, it's just like a camping style coffee mug. It says Hoop-Dee-Doo review on it.
Doesn't say the price either. Probably more than it's worth.
Quantity's limited. Unclear if the mug can be purchased without the beverage. So that'll be interesting to see. All right.
I hear you went to Disney World. Do you want to tell us about it?
I went to Disney World by myself and had the most fun. What did you do all week?
I was exhausted.
But you had a great time.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Yeah. Gabrielle and I left for Disney last Wednesday. Our flight was at 7:30. We were subject to the Spirit Airlines downfall. We had booked through Spirit, had great flights through Spirit too, and they just all of a sudden went out of business. So we had to rebook through American Airlines. So we had to catch a freaking connecting flight. Stressed me out. So we flew to DC, had a connecting flight to Orlando. My favorite thing is that the start of our trip, we got to the airport at, 5 a.m. And we're standing in line for TSA, and someone pulled the fire alarm at the airport.
You are speculating there. The fire alarm went off.
That's true. Yeah, the fire alarm went off. And, they obviously stopped taking people. But the guy, checking licenses and boarding passes was just like, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Just stay in line.
So we were 2/3 of the way through this line, and that's probably the longest line I've seen at the Indy airport. It wasn't long, but it was long enough that I didn't feel like leaving the building.
No.
So he said it was fine, and we trusted him.
Blindly.
Everyone else did. Nobody left the line.
But the fire alarm went off for a solid hour.
Yeah, I don't recall it ever shutting off.
It shut off 20 minutes before we boarded, because I remember checking, and it was an hour. So yeah, we got on our plane. This is a small plane to DC. We had to check our luggage. Was not thrilled about that, because I wanted to be efficient. Dang it.
I don't know how the efficiency changed, but...
Because we had to wait for our bags. If we just had our bags, we could have just got on the bus.
The bus didn't leave without us.
I know. Lori said that happened in New Orleans, too, right after they got through security. Maybe there's something in the air with people with the fire alarms.
Fire alarm bandit.
Yeah, pulling fire alarms at all the airports. Anyways, flew to DC. We've never been to that airport. I thought it was a really cool airport, even though, We didn't spend a lot of time there. It was still cool to see.
It had that one cool hallway that we walked down.
Yeah, I
We
think I took a
literally
picture of
did
it.
nothing in that airport, though.
I don't even think we were there an hour.
No, it was, I think, like a 50-minute layover, and by the time we boarded it, it was like half an hour.
Yeah. So then we flew to Orlando. It was a very bumpy flight. We had a lot of turbulence, and I don't like flying for that reason. So when the turbulence hit, it made my
Stresses
experience
you out.
not so fun. Bye, Lori. Have a great, elegant dinner night and have fun clubbing. So yeah, but we made it. We're live. Everything was fine. We got to Orlando, 12:31 maybe?
I don't know. Time's an illusion.
Truly. Got our luggage. They didn't lose it. We also didn't take water bottles. Well, Gabbie did. Gabbie took a water bottle because she's smart, but I didn't because we got resort mugs. But I should have
You
taken a
took
water bottle.
everything else.
Yeah, I should have taken a water bottle though next time. We took Mears Connect to All Star Sports. I always recommend Mears Connect. It's not always the ideal for some people because it does take longer than say an Uber or a Lyft, but it's very reasonably priced. Get you to from point A to point B, and Mears Connect kind of ran Magical Express to begin with. So, highly recommend to and from MCO to any Disney resort. I think it's $20-$30 a person, maybe both ways. I don't think it was that much.
I say it's 16 for an adult and like 13 for a kid one way. It's not like unreasonable considering like if you're getting an Uber. I don't know how much an Uber is. We never do that. But like the fact that, I don't know, you just kick back, they deal with everything. It feels like you're already in the Disney bubble when you get on Mirrors.
Yeah, definitely. Because, I mean, you're technically on a bus. Like our bus going back to the airport, I don't know if you noticed or not, but it was a Disney Cruise Line bus. Yeah. So, like, I have a cat hair in my mouth. Obviously, like, you're on a bus that was previously owned by Disney. Kind of, sort of, depending on the bus that you were on.
That's
We got to All Star Sports around 2:30. We didn't get our room all morning, so we got there. We got our room. We were put in football, so we technically were upgraded because we purchased our package at a standard room, and we were put in football, so that's technically a preferred room. Why are you
It's a
looking at me?
nice room. I was waiting for a break.
Yeah, we were on like the back side of like the first set of rooms. It was a really nice room. We actually just got a king bed. We didn't have the two queens or doubles or whatever. So it was a little different walking in and not immediately seeing like the pull down Murphy bed. That was an adjustment for me. I don't know about you, Gab.
I think I like having the king bed, obviously, but I almost prefer the two queens because the table we had was just like the size of a desk, I'd say, with one chair. So like we couldn't sit and eat. One of us, if we both had food, one of us had to sit on the bed. And it's nice just having that like extra whole like table and two chairs set up.
Yeah, I agree with that completely. But yeah, other than that, I mean, it was just a value resort room, king bed, bathroom, sink, TV, refrigerator. Not refrigerator, but beverage. What do they call it? A beverage cooler or something like that? Yeah. Keurig and just like a stand for all of our snacks that we had brought.
We had an accessible room. Did you notice that?
Mm-mm.
It was, I assume, ADA accessible.
What makes you say that?
It had two like peepholes, one like up at height and another one that's down at like wheelchair height.
Yeah, I did notice that, and I thought, why is there a peephole for kids? But now that you say that, I feel like an idiot.
You should.
Yeah. So, yeah, I didn't even think about that.
I wonder if, well, I was kind of looking throughout our stay Because, like, it was a normal bathtub shower.
Mm-hmm.
And I assumed it would have to be like I don't know the ADA guidelines, but I always assumed it had to be like a roll-in shower kind of thing. I don't know. That didn't feel like there would be room for like a wheelchair or something in there.
Not in front of like the bed between the dresser.
Yeah.
It was semi-ADA compliant. It checked like 1 or 2 boxes.
I don't know. You could probably look and see like what the guidelines are. I just assumed based on the peepholes that it was.
Yeah. So yeah, we got to our room. We move into our rooms, which I've kind of talked about before, but like Gabbie and I completely unpack our suitcases. You know, we utilize the drawers. We spread all of our things all over the kitchen sink. We got all our snacks out. We were snack heavy this trip because
I think I might have overdone it a little bit.
Yeah, I think we both
brought
did.
back a lot of snacks.
But we did go heavy on the snacks because we got the quick service dining plan this go around. So look forward to in the future a trip on breaking down kind of what we spent on the dining plan versus how much we paid for the dining plan. And to go further in depth, we'll kind of hit on it now during the trip report just to kind of touch on the goods, the bads of it. But I plan on doing a much more in-depth trip report or dining plan report on it. That said, we got fully unpacked. Gab wanted to relax. I didn't want to relax. We relaxed for a little bit.
I would just like to start this whole thing off saying you never once complained about taking a midday nap. And I think we did it nearly every day.
I was thinking about that. We didn't do it the first day, but every other day we did, definitely.
And you were right there with me.
Yeah. We relaxed for a little bit, kicked our feet up. It was a stressful day, a long day of travel, long morning of travel, I should say. Then we went and got our mugs that we get from the dining plan. We got the new design. I don't really like the new design. I don't know about you, Gab.
It doesn't feel new enough. Like, I don't know. Maybe we just have so many of the old ones.
It just
I would have appreciated, like, I think blue and purple were new colors, but, like, I think they could have done more.
It just didn't feel Walt Disney World. It just felt Disney, if that makes any sense. Like, there weren't, like, park icons and all this other stuff. It was just, like, character faces all over it.
I didn't really look far enough to see, like, what the characters were or anything.
Yeah. I got a blue mug. Gabrielle got an orange mug. And we held on to those suckers all week.
As one does.
As one does. We also kind of had to get our bearings with the dining plan. We've never done that before, so just trying to figure out, like, what all we can order, what all's available to us, and just trying to moving our way through it. We went to Disney Springs. What did we do at Disney Springs? You got
food. I got Chicken Guy.
You got your Chicken Guy. What is your review of Chicken Guy this time around?
I did not like it on the dining plan because usually I would just get like a kid's meal with like, I think it's 2 or 3 tenders and fries. This time the dining plan only comes with the like entree. So I got the 5 tenders and a drink and I had to buy the fries separately. And that was annoying. But that was really the only restaurant where I ran into that issue. The food itself was good the first time. Chicken Guy does not reheat very well.
Yeah. And they also didn't have all the sauces you wanted.
This is true, but I don't think you understand that they took away the sauces a while ago. This was not the first trip that happened. I would say probably years ago they took away the extra sauces.
But we had a cast member tell us that you can like mobile order the sauces or something.
Yeah.
Wasn't that a cast member?
I don't ever mobile order. Yeah, we went to the co-op and yes.
Sorry, you froze.
What did you get?
So going into it, the dining plan, I realized that I didn't want to burn my dining credits on food that I didn't want. I really wanted to take advantage of, like, having the dining plan, being able to utilize it, and, like, take advantage of this dining plan. So I used my dining credit on Deluxe Burger, which was delicious. I had a bacon cheeseburger and some fries, and I got a drink, and that's what came in my dining plan.
And it took forever.
It did take forever. I don't know why, but it was worth it. I hadn't eaten all day. Well, I ate, like, on the plane. So I was starving. So then for my food to take forever, it was not my favorite, but it was worth it in the end. The food was so good. So highly recommend Deluxe Burger. I think we just walked through, like, World of Disney, the Co-op, and the Christmas store afterwards. I don't recall, like, I went to Ron John and got that hat.
Thank God.
Not the tank top, though. After we just kind of wandered about, I wanted to go to Port Orleans to get beignets, so I was like, oh, let's go to the boat ramp. We'll just go to Port Orleans for a bit, get beignets, kind of hang out. The line on the boat ramp was ridiculous. We saw, like, 3 boats, and the line was still huge. And after a while...
We waited, like, 20 minutes, and there was a boat just, like, sitting there. And they finally filled up. I think maybe 2 boats filled up, and we were still, like, at least 2 boats away from getting on before we gave up.
Yeah, we had a park day the next day, so we were both just like, it's not worth, staying out all night for. We have all the time we need, and I don't want to wait any longer. It was getting warm. So we called it. We were like, you know what? This isn't worth it. Let's just go to the bus, which is on the other side of Disney Springs. So I hate that. But we got on our bus back, and that was our first experience with the tour groups that were staying at All Star Sports. You're muted, my dear. Hold on a second. I gotcha. There you go.
When you were checking in, I went to the bathroom, and they were in there because I told you, no matter what time of day you check into All Stars, there will be some kind of group getting changed in the bathroom. And this specific tour group was in there at that point.
Yeah. After a couple days, Gabbie did most of the research on the tour groups. And apparently it's families can send their daughters who are celebrating their quinceañera, can send them on these tours to go to all the theme parks, to stay at Disney, to do all the things for, 11 to 14 days or something like that?
Yeah. For like $6,000.
Yeah, but it was it was a solid amount of people, though. Like, it was a lot of teenage girls.
There was probably like 40 or 50 teenage girls, and then like 5 adults.
Yeah, crazy. But they got on the bus with us. I think we were the only ones who weren't part of that group on the bus.
Yeah, that was not fun per se. It wasn't like the end of the world. They weren't necessarily being like disrespectful. They were just kind of like 15-year-old girls. Like, they were sitting on the floor of the bus like that. I mean, you can, but it's not like, I don't know. I feel like it'd be frowned upon. Like, just stand up. You're 15, you'll survive. But they were just a horde of 15-year-old girls.
Yeah. So that was our first run-in with them. Spoiler alert, we will see them more throughout the trip. But that was all we did that day. We were in bed by like 8 o'clock because we were up at 4. We traveled. Got to Florida.
I don't feel like we were in bed that early.
Really?
Yeah. You seem to have taken more detailed notes than I did. But it doesn't feel like we were in bed by 8 o'clock.
I remember it being early because I flipped through the TV quite a bit. And I thought to myself, I think it's okay that we go to bed this early because we're going to have a long day tomorrow.
If you say so.
But anyways, We went to bed. Didn't do anything else. And then we had our second run-in with the tour group because someone, one of them, or from another group, knocked on our door at like 10:30. Went to open the door. No one was there. I looked down the hall and 3 girls are just walking away. So that's the point where it got kind of annoying.
For you.
Yeah, because I had to get up and get the door and we were tired and so on and so forth. But, so yeah, that was annoying. But, nevertheless, we survived and we woke up the next morning. It was our first park day. We did Magic Kingdom. We rope dropped Magic Kingdom and then we went to Epcot. This was the only day we did not go back to the resort. And I'm very surprised that we didn't. That's probably my fault. Yeah, pretty sure.
I didn't think there was a day we didn't go back. I feel like we did because I thought I laid in bed and said I wanted poutine.
I don't recall this.
But maybe. I'm pretty sure I laid in bed and said I wanted poutine.
We'll run
I don't know. We went to Magic Kingdom. What did we rope drop?
We rope dropped Peter Pan. My favorite part about us rope dropping Peter Pan was we got to the turnstiles. The plaza was packed, so they opened it early. They let us on to Main Street. You know, with our resort reservations, we can get to whatever ride on the Fantasyland, Tomorrowland side. So it's like 8:10, and we're in line for Peter Pan. And this guy in front of us is super antsy. And finally, he pulls his whole family aside and says, "Let's just go do something else." And I look at Gabbie. I don't know. I don't remember if I said this to you, but I was like, the park's not even open. Like, you can't go do anything else. This is what everyone else is doing right now, too.
I did not see or participate in this interaction.
I will say, you read a ton of books. That is how Gabrielle burned her time. Yeah. If we were waiting in line, if we were on the bus, Gabrielle was definitely reading a book.
We did It's a Small World afterwards. Do you have any complaints about It's a Small World?
I feel bad saying yes.
What happened?
You can't tell me that you didn't mind the 2 kids just like standing in our boat the whole time.
We were in the last row, I believe, and these kids were probably 2, if not 3 rows ahead of us. And they were like 2 and 3. They were standing and at the same height as their parents. It had no effect on me.
I was concerned that they would shut down the ride because these kids would not sit. I was like, if we get e-stopped...
They would have just told them to sit down.
I was concerned we were going to get e-stopped on it, but we didn't.
Okay. We made it through. It was fine. Then we went to Haunted Mansion. I love what they have done with that building.
It's beautiful.
It's atrocious. I think they would have been better just to like leave the construction or whatever is happening that they are blocking off. It is horrendous.
There were just scrims all over the place.
We made it through that one too.
Surprisingly, we made it.
What came next?
We rode Pirates. You did not get the shirt that you wanted.
Because you made fun of me.
What did the shirt say again?
The beatings will continue until morale improves. I stand by the shirt.
And I told you to go back and get it.
I would have. I walked through there, but it's a black shirt. And I don't really wear black shirts because all my pants are black. I'm not that kind of vibe. If they had it in a different color, I could just like look on Etsy or something. I'm sure Etsy has it in a different color. Maybe I will.
You're not a Parks After Dark kind of girly?
I am a Pinocchio's girly. I feel like that's the first time I've had pizza from Pinocchio since our first trip. It was not as good as I remembered.
Flatbread does not slap.
It was okay. This was another, similarly to the chicken guy, where I would have got a kid's meal with like half a flatbread and a side. But since I am an adult, I had to get the full flatbread, and it was just too much food.
Yeah. I got the chicken parmesan sandwich. It was chicken tenders in a hoagie bun with parmesan and mozzarella It was fine. I didn't want to go with just like a flatbread. Oh, and I got the slushie too that I barely drank because I just needed water. But yeah, it was nothing to write home about. I make those at home sometimes. So
We walked through the Emporium.
we did walk through the Emporium.
I don't feel like we did. Because we saw the Dapper Dans. Like, we didn't
love them.
get anything from the Emporium. We just walk through it occasionally. I was not impressed with the Dapper Dans this time either.
Why?
Because usually they sing, like, some kind of Disney songs, which maybe they did one or two. Like, they sang a majority of, like, random songs that I don't know. And it's less enjoyable when I just don't know the music they're singing.
They sang, like, old-timey songs this time. Hey, Callie.
Yeah.
They sang
I feel like it would have...
Great Big Beautiful Tomorrow.
Yeah. It was fine. We did. TTA next.
Yeah. And you wore your TTA shirt.
I did. Was this the one where they stopped it? I don't know. We did it this day and another day. And I feel like this was the day that we got stopped. And maybe not.
No, I think you're right.
We were like, I think we were in Space Mountain.
Mm-hmm.
And we just stopped. And like, they even turned the lights on and everything.
I know. I got real excited.
As one does.
Yeah, but they didn't turn on the Space Mountain lights. They just turned on the E-lights for TTA.
And then we went again. Nothing exciting happened.
And then we what?
Went.
Yeah.
As in the vehicles moved.
Yeah. Then we rode Buzz.
You were very excited for this one.
I was super excited for Buzz because they just redid Buzz. They changed the blasters to being like handheld instead of attached to the vehicle. They changed some set pieces. They changed the actual Z's that you blast. They attached lasers to the blasters so you can pick up where you're actually blasting. They changed the point structure. They changed everything about Buzz. They kept Buzz, but they changed everything about Buzz.
They did not change everything. The premise is the same. They updated it. It was very old and very out of date. And they just updated it. Like, I don't think the scenes changed.
Mm-mm. They added the
it was
animatronic
much
at the beginning.
Needed. It was much needed update. But if you didn't care about it in the first place, I would not wait in line for this ride.
Yeah, it was posted 40 minutes before we got on
25.
TTA. Before we got on TTA, it was at 40 minutes, and we're like, yeah, we'll skip it. We don't want to wait 40 minutes. We got off TTA, and it was 25, so we're like, yeah, we'll jump in line for 25. But it ended up being 40 minutes. So
It's fine. I had a book to read.
Yeah. You always had a book to read. I won, for what it's worth.
We did Carousel of Progress next. Nothing to write home about.
No. Not at all.
But you know what is worth a note home? Those beignets from whatever stand by Tiana's. Those were fantastic. I don't know how they compare to like Port Orleans beignets, but I would get those again every time, hands down. Those were good.
Yeah, we got beignets and we waited for Festival of Fantasy, but like Gabbie was eating them and she offered me one. And I was like, yeah, I'll just eat what you don't eat. Cause you've even said you don't eat a lot and, you prefer a kid's meal over an adult meal. So in my mind, I was like, oh, she'll save me one cause she won't eat them all. No, Gabbie ate them all.
There was only 3 to begin with. Like 3 little squares.
I did have a bite and it was really good.
Could have got trimmed.
Yeah. But we waited for Festival of Fantasy. It was
Do you have any issues with Festival of Fantasy?
Yeah, some of the effects weren't working. I don't know that they weren't working or if they just like quit using them. But the Vikings, are they Vikings on the Tangled? I don't know what they are. They didn't swing at all, so that was a bummer. The Little Mermaid float was missing some of the dancers. I think Captain Hook swings too. He wasn't swinging, so that was a bummer. But still an excellent parade. I love it.
We went to Epcot next.
We did. And we rope dropped the most important ride at Epcot. Not rope drop. We went to the first ride.
There you go. I feel like it was particularly busy this day.
It was.
Because I think we still waited like 10, 15 minutes for Living with the Land.
Mm-hmm.
And then a travesty happened.
What happened?
The poutine stand is closed.
Oh, yeah.
We walked all the way over to get poutine, and it was closed. And that is arguably one of my favorite foods at Disney. I would.
She was so sad.
Disagree, because they switched up the recipe, but poutine is poutine, and it was gone.
For good.
So we went to Regal Eagle.
Yeah, Gab wanted to burn her credits on poutine, and I said, okay, well, you can do poutine. I want to use my dining plan credit on Regal Eagle. So,
which is fine, except when poutine stand was closed, I think you took it more personally than I did, and you wouldn't just like go to Regal Eagle. You were freaking out that I find some food that I'm going to eat in that park.
We went to Regal Eagle. I had like a brisket sandwich and fries, and I think that's it. But it was really good.
I ordered a mac and cheese. It was not really good.
Yeah. I think we ended up like trading at one point.
Yeah, I gave you the rest. I wasn't. We did Grand Fiesta.
Mm-hmm.
Same as always.
Yep.
And Spaceship Earth.
Waited forever.
I don't think we waited that long.
I think we waited like 15 minutes maybe.
I don't know. It doesn't feel like we waited that long there.
Mm-hmm.
I also don't. I could not tell you what got updated in that.
Nothing.
Like maybe I'm a fake fan, but I don't know what they changed.
I think they just like changed some lighting and like put some WD-40 on a few animatronics. I don't think they really like updated anything.
Well, it was there. We wrote it.
Oh, and they updated the beginning scene with the woolly mammoths and the fighters.
Okay.
They just like made the projection better. But we did Spaceship Earth. Then we went over to Nemo. We actually had to wait for Nemo. We have never like had to wait for a person in Nemo, and we had to wait. But we did it. And then we went and checked in on the sharks, as always.
I got a pretzel.
How was your pretzel?
A fantastic pretzel.
Delicious.
Those pretzels are underrated. Everyone always says to skip the pretzels and get the like fancy snacks that you can only get at Disney. No, you have to get a pretzel. It is so
at
good.
least once. Yeah. Definitely. By that point, it was like, I don't know, 7:30, 7:45-ish. We knew it was too early to stage for Luminous, but we were like, screw it. We'll go find a park bench and just like relax because we'd been at it all day. So we did that, and we just hung out until 9 o'clock and watched Luminous. For some reason, I thought I liked it a lot more than I did. I think from now on, if we skipped it, I wouldn't be sad.
That's valid. I liked it when it had the big taco barges.
Yeah.
Now it's just whatever. I would be fine like riding a ride instead or just skipping it in general.
Yeah, definitely.
That park also, which maybe like that part compared to like leaving Hollywood Studios or leaving Magic Kingdom after their nighttime show is miserable. I feel like it's such a farther walk to get out of there, unless you're on the Skyliner.
Yeah.
Like to leave after that show, I feel like you're hiking a mile just to get to the front of the park.
Yeah, I agree with that. It was miserable. But speaking of buses, I think we had really good luck with buses. I don't think we waited a terribly long time for a single bus.
No,
so that was nice because
agree.
after those park days, we were freaking exhausted, and it was nice to just not wait more than 5-10 minutes for a bus.
Especially at an All-Stars.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if they scientifically care less about All-Star, like, value resorts, but in my head, it feels like they would not prioritize the all-star guest over like getting the deluxe people who paid $1,000 a night back to their rooms.
Yeah.
We did it. Anything exciting happen on Friday?
Nothing that I recall, no.
Let's skip ahead to Saturday then.
Friday was our anniversary!
We slept in. Did we really sleep in though?
We did. I don't think we got up until like 9:30.
Maybe. I don't recall. We got breakfast at the resort. You had the fake tachos. I just got the waffles and I think sausage. They're Mickey waffles. They were always good. Your tachos were however you rate them.
They're like a 7 out of 10.
Did we really go to the monorail after that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we were on the bus by like 11 because I had made the comment that like I can't imagine rolling into Magic Kingdom at like 11 o'clock because it's gonna be so busy.
We didn't. We got on the monorail.
We did. We got on the monorail. Went to the Polynesian. No, we got on a boat. And went to the Grand.
Did? No. Yeah, because those people behind us were staying there because they were rich.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did go to the Grand.
We didn't do much at the Grand.
We never do. We just walk in the store and then get on the monorail to the next resort.
Mm-hmm.
Then we went to Poly.
Contemporary.
I was going to say, doesn't it go the other way? You put
I know, I put them out of order. Yeah.
Okay, we went to the Contemporary. That's where we walked through all those stores. And we went out on the like balcony to see Magic Kingdom and then went back inside.
But the bathrooms, what was the quality of those bathrooms?
I don't recall these being the gross ones.
You know what? They weren't gross. You're right. You just said that they're like the smallest.
They feel very outdated. Like one thing we noted is a lot of the stall doors, we thought all of them, but a lot of the stall doors have like an occupied and vacant sign on it now, so you can see like which ones are empty. I think this is the first one that I found that did not have those signs. And like that bathroom, for it being so close to like the monorail, it's the bathroom right outside the monorail. I think there's 5 stalls. Like, it's just a very small bathroom. That, I don't love that one, but this wasn't the gross one. I can't remember which one was the like disgusting one.
I don't know. We'll probably get to it. After that, we did go to the Polynesian. We walked around the Polynesian. We had saw the TikTok where there's that specialty Sprite soda at the new tower. So we walked over to the new tower, got the soda. When I drank it, I had texted Katie and Lori and said it just tastes like Sprite mixed with Pog juice. It was just like a knee-jerk thought I had. And then we went back with Katie like a couple days later and she was like, no, that's an accurate representation. It was fine. I mean, I'm not going to go out of my way to get it.
I didn't try it. Well, I'll just have to take your word for it.
Yeah. After that, we
went to Springs and ate Homecoming.
I was going to mention the bus stop being down at the Poly.
That's weird.
Yeah, so we went to get a bus to Springs from the Polynesian, but the bus stops were under construction or something. So they're just running the buses out of like the check-in area. And yeah,
not even like the check-in. It's like
on the
there's
other side.
2 different lanes. You have to cross the like valet lane essentially to get to like the middle. And it's not big. Like, I don't know how they're doing that safely unless they like close down at like rope drop time, I guess, if they close down that first section. It's interesting.
Yeah, and there's not a lot of seating either.
No, there's like 3 benches.
So I can't imagine like early in the morning what that's like because it can't be a good situation.
Then we went to Springs. We had tried, because you've been wanting to do homecoming for like ever. And I feel like up until this day, we kept trying to get a reservation and they never said there was openings. And we walk in and there's like 10 tables occupied. Like they immediately sat us at homecoming.
Yeah, because I
How would
walked
you
in and I
rate
was like,
homecoming?
12 out of 10. It's so good. I got the smothered chicken with mac and cheese and mashed potatoes. It also came with a little roll, and I also got the deviled eggs.
Deviled eggs?
Yeah. All of it was so good. I should have just skipped the deviled eggs, but I had to try them. They were so good. But I didn't want to eat all of them and ruin the rest of the meal. So I ate half of them. The mac and cheese was amazing. The mashed potatoes were good. The smothered chicken was great. I want to eat there again, but it's just so much food.
I think we could either like split a meal or you could like order a kid's portion. I got the kids chicken tenders and mashed potatoes and fries. He even tried to upsell me and say like they could do an adult portion. I still didn't finish my food. I ate one tender. The mashed potatoes and fries were good. They didn't have normal brown gravy. They have like onion gravy listed.
Yeah,
I don't like
that's what
onions. I don't know what the kind of gravy he gave me was. I didn't use it. I just wanted like normal brown gravy. That didn't
It's just
happen, but
country
it was still
gravy,
good.
yeah.
I did like it. I would do that again. It was a good like out of the parks, like real food, not the chicken tenders and fries from Disney you would normally see.
Yeah. We also had like a really good view. We were sitting like right by the water. But yeah, it was weird because I walked in and I was like, we don't have a reservation. What are the odds of us like getting a table? And they like grabbed menus. They were like, yep, we'll take it right now.
And like the section we sat in, I guess as we sat there, they kind of filled up. I think when we sat down, most of the tables around us were empty.
Yeah. So that was super good. After homecoming, we went back to the room and took a nap. What I put for the nap, that happens another day, so I'm not going to mention that. After we napped, took a break, we took the Skyliner to the boardwalk. Gabbie had wanted to try the fried cheesecake. And I love I don't remember what they're called.
I don't know if it's called Blue Ribbon Corn Dogs or the Blue Ribbon Stand.
Yeah, I'm looking it up right now because I want to know like the official name for what I got because I always just call it the Hawaiian rolls that taste like cinnamon rolls or an elephant ear.
I feel like it's just called like Hawaiian rolls. That one, I waited in line like probably half an hour just to order that food. And then you have to go on the other side and wait for them to fry everything up. We probably waited like 45 minutes total to get that food. And we didn't even get like a meal. We both just got a dessert item.
Yeah. I saved us a really nice table though. It says someone ate the page. I'm sending this to Katie. I am very upset. There was entertainment on the boardwalk too, which was really nice. I haven't seen entertainment in probably 10 years on the boardwalk. So it was really nice to see the entertainers and stuff like that. What were you going to say?
That was some half-hearted entertainment though. They literally were jumping through hula hoops.
Yeah, and there's a guy that's what the boardwalk's all about though. And like there's a guy starting like a magic show when we had left. What is your review on the fried cheesecake?
It was good. I went into it thinking we were going to share it because it was a huge slice. I think it was like $14. One of ours was like 14 and 10, I think. I don't know. It was expensive. You could easily split it between like 2 or 3 people. And yeah, I don't think I'd get it again for myself. If we were so inclined to split it, I probably would. Like for the price, I did not feel necessary to spend $14 on each dessert.
Yeah. It was really good, though. It just doesn't want to give me... Oh, here it is. The fried Hawaiian rolls are what they're called.
You spent all that time to look
Just
up
to tell
fried
you.
Hawaiian rolls.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, we're moving on. You don't get to have a say in the rest of this.
What?
We went back to the resort. The boardwalk is great, but it is such a hike to get there. Like,
From the Skyliner.
leaving the boardwalk, yeah, you have to walk like a mile and a half to get to the Skyliner. Then we rode the Skyliner back to the hub, switched from that loop to the Hollywood Studios loop, rode that back to Hollywood Studios, and then walked from the Skyliner to our bus at Hollywood Studios. Like,
Yeah.
no, there needs to be, if it's going to be like its whole, like it's not Disney Springs level, but there should be an easy way to get there so you can have more people enjoying it.
Yeah.
It's like there's
definitely.
a lot to do there, but it's ridiculous how hard it is to get there.
Yeah. But worth it once you are there, for sure. On to our second park day. Happy anniversary, by the way.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Our next park day was on a Saturday. We weren't excited to do a Saturday, but we knew that we had to. Our initial plan was to rope drop Animal Kingdom, then go to Hollywood Studios. But my beloved Gabrielle will not go to Hollywood Studios unless she has breakfast tachos from Woody's Lunchbox.
We rope drop it every time. They open at like 9, I think. And yeah, we are one of the first in lines.
Yeah.
It is so good. It's worth it too.
So we changed our strategy to rope drop Hollywood Studios. Also rope drop Woody's Lunchbox. Eat Woody's Lunchbox, and then head to Animal Kingdom. Do whatever we wanted to at Animal Kingdom, and then head back to Hollywood Studios for Fantasmic. We had 3 park days, so one of our main goals that we had was to see all of the nighttime entertainment at the 3 parks. So this was our Fantasmic night.
We rope dropped Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. We waited a decent amount of time in that line. Like,
That's
you would
the
have
park
thought,
hadn't opened.
then why let us in early? I think that's dumb. We did that one. And then I think Toy Story Mania had like a 5-minute wait or something. So we went and did that. Ashley won. I was waiting for her to say that.
Sorry. I was getting a phone call.
And then we got our tachos.
Yeah, I'm usually a lunch. I'm usually a lunch dinner tacho. Like, I'm the normal tachos kind of person, but I just wasn't feeling all of that this time. So
Chili at 9 in the morning.
Yeah, it just wasn't my vibe this time. So I got breakfast tachos as well. They're so good.
I think that was one of the only meals I got the adult portion, and like I ate a majority of it. What happened at Rise? Do you want to tell us all about that?
Where do I even start?
Buckle up, everyone.
Gabrielle didn't want to ride Rise of the Resistance, so I told her that I would ride it single rider. And when you ride single rider, you skip the pre-show and the like ship transport part. So I went there at like 9:25. And I didn't see the single rider line. So I asked the Lightning Lane cast member, like, hey, where's the single rider line? He's like, well, someone should be out here with the sign, and then you'll be able to go. And I was like, oh, what time does that happen? He was like, oh, I don't know, probably in a few minutes. So, like, in my brain, I was like, oh, that's 9:30. I'll just hang out here and wait. So someone comes out and is holding the sign and standing next to the Lightning Lane. So I give that person, like, I don't know, 5 minutes to just like get established and everything like that. So I walk up to him and I'm like, hey, single rider. And they very curtly just go, it's not open yet. And I said, okay, well, you just hurt my feelings because mine are very small. So I'm going to walk away now. So Gabbie and I left. We went and checked out Rock and Roller Coaster, which was really cool. We went to the dump shop.
The wait was like 2 hours.
Yeah, not
to
happening.
Like ride the ride. That's insane.
Yeah.
For a ride that they just like rethemed. They didn't even like change the layout. Crazy work.
So, and we didn't have lightning lanes this trip either. We just decided to kind of make our way through the parks without them. So, we checked out the dump shop. It was super cool. I loved all the merch. After that, we
did not get any of the food at the Muppets stand. I thought you said that there was stuff you wanted there.
So when
I know
you ran to the bathroom and I went and looked at the menu and none of it sounded good. There was there's a drink, it was called pond water and it was limeade with apple. And at first
that
it
one
sounded okay.
I think was the one. Got a feather. You can't see it.
Oh, thank you.
I think that one had boba balls in it. I'm not a boba chick.
Yeah.
But I think they had a lemonade that I would have tried. I feel like we would have tried the food. We just, I don't know. Didn't?
No. Yeah, we didn't. So then we went and got in line for the first villain show. And I feel like every time I watch it, it gets better. The first time I saw it, I didn't really like it. But now I've seen it 3 times and I like it. It's pretty good.
I like it. Contrary to popular belief, I think it's good.
Yeah. After the villain show, Gabbie, what did you do?
You went to try Rise again.
Successfully.
And I went to get ice cream and it was delicious. Whatever over by Rock and Roller Coaster, whatever that ice cream stand on the corner, I got a Mickey sundae. This was the nice part about having the dining plan. I was I got this big sundae that could feed 2 or 3 people and I just ate it myself and then threw away what I didn't want. Or there was a Mickey brownie. I got chocolate ice cream. The lady asked what kind I wanted. I said, "Oh, can I get chocolate?" I did. So there's a few scoops of chocolate, whipped cream, sprinkles, as a sundae is. It was delicious.
And you mentioned the brownie?
Yeah. There's only 1 brownie. I feel like they could have done 2 because I think there was 3 scoops of ice cream. There was a lot of other things to only have 1 brownie in it. It is what it is. I'd eat it again. Did you get to ride Rise though?
I got to ride Rise. It's amazing every time. Love it so much.
Thank God.
Yeah. After that, we jumped over to Animal Kingdom. It was busy. No shock there on a Saturday. We did Zootopia, Better Zoogether. Gabrielle, what was your opinion of it?
It was an improvement on the Bug's Life, but I think kind of like Buzz, the Bug's Life was just so outdated that anything would have improved it. I don't really care about Zootopia though, so if your kid loves it, maybe they'll like that.
It is a cute little show.
It's a nice break from the heat.
Yeah, definitely.
Festival of the Lion King. You will never make me like it.
I know. It's okay. Thank you for humoring me every time we go though.
Yeah, it's whatever. Feathered Friends in Flight, that was really good.
Yeah, we'd never done that before.
It was, they just kind of pulled out some random birds. I think the whole reason it was good was because the 2 cast members were really good. But yeah, I did like that. I'd watch it again just to see.
Yeah, but I'm nervous to see it again because the cast members we had for it were so good.
I'd be interested to see if that was just them having good
good banter.
Yeah, or if the whole point is to be funny while also talking about birds.
Yeah, definitely.
We did the safari. I think they had a 20-minute wait or something.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think really notable. Waited that long. It's also just a long queue, so most of the time is passed just walking there. You got your cheeseburger pods. Thank goodness.
So good.
Then we went. I got Pizzafari.
Then you got your pizza again. Thank goodness.
I ate a lot of pizza this trip. This pizza was better than Pinocchio's. I got garlic bread with it. You got that disgusting bluey looking cake.
Yeah, I think it was called fairy, I don't know, bread,
fairy
something.
Bread.
Yeah, it was so good. I love a spongy, moist cake, and that's exactly what it was.
You said it was like a cake pop. Cake pops are not moist. They're dense.
Yeah, that too.
Okay, it looked like a cake pop, so I'm going to say the final answer is it was like a cake pop. I would not call that moist.
Maybe it was dense then, yeah.
We went back to the resort.
Took a nap.
Some of us took a nap.
This
I
is
feel like
when
you
the
napped most days.
second knocking incident. We were both almost asleep. Someone knocked on the door again. It was another group of teenagers. They said, "Oh, sorry, wrong door." The worst.
We survived. We went back to Hollywood Studios. I'm trying to think. I
Yeah.
don't think we went back till like later, like 5,
Yeah, we didn't go.
6-ish.
Yeah, I think we went back at 7 because we got on Ariel, the 7:25 Ariel show. We got in towards the end of that. Barely got in.
Then. You went and did Star Tours.
I did.
And then, praise Jesus, we made it to Fantasmic.
Yes, love Fantasmic.
Much
Gab
like
too.
Festival of the Lion King, you will never get me to like Fantasmic.
I'm going to stop taking you to Walt Disney World.
Please do. I will go ride a ride while you watch Fantasmic.
Mickey saw his dreams, saved his dreams, and restored peace back to Walt Disney World.
God bless.
Mm-hmm.
We went to the resort. I don't remember. I think this was the night I got the chicken parmesan.
Mm-hmm.
Because we ate it late at night. They used to
and
have
I ate the nachos.
On our previous trips, I would get this Alfredo chicken parmesan like every single night. And then maybe a year or two ago, they switched it from like breaded chicken to grilled chicken. It was not as great. And then this last trip, they finally switched it back. And I only got it twice, but it is as good as I remembered.
That's how you know they've been listening to the podcast. They've heard you complain about it before, so they put it back.
Just for me. I've got to
just for you.
readjust.
I had the chicken nachos. They're always good. I love those nachos. And then we went to bed. Day 5 takes us to Sunday, which was an off day for us. We hung out with my good friend Katie. We got up. We ate breakfast again. Did we get resort breakfast? I don't think I ate.
I feel like I ate my leftover breakfast.
That's right, because you got up before me. I recall this now. Sorry. Katie picked us up at 11, I think. We went over to Cast Connections with her instead of Character Warehouse. Cast Connection did not have anything that really piqued my interest or Gab's interest or Katie's interest for that fact.
I think I've gone since pre-COVID times.
Really?
Yeah, because at COVID, they limited it to one person, and I was never that one person. I forgot my microphone. We went on a journey through Disney World. We parked at the Magic Kingdom lot, rode the tram to the monorail that was shut down. So how did we get there? Apparently we took a boat. I don't recall this. We took a boat. I really don't recall.
We went to the Polynesian again.
We rode a ferry boat over to.
Mm-hmm.
Not the big ones.
No, we took a small boat like we did the first day to the Grand. We took a boat over to the Polynesian because the monorail was down.
We took the boat to the Poly. I thought we took it to the Magic Kingdom.
No.
Okay, we took a boat to the Poly to get lunch. Do you want to guess what I got for lunch?
Hold on. The resort line was down, so we took the express line from TTA to Magic Kingdom. That's what happened.
Whatever.
I'm going to guess that you got the Polynesian nachos.
Over my dead body. I got pizza. This pizza was... I think I said this was better than Pinocchio's. It was the flatbread pizza again. It was pretty good. I would eat it again. I probably will eat it again.
You most likely will eat it again. I got the bacon cheeseburger. It was a bacon cheeseburger. Not much to write home about.
Do you want to tell the folks what we did next according to your list?
We went to Trader Sam's.
That's not what my list says.
Yeah, we went to the Poly Tower because Katie had never been over there. We went to the new tower.
My list says we went to the Tiki Room next.
Whoops. We did not go to the Tiki Room next. We went to Trader Sam's next. Katie had never been to the inside portion of Trader Sam's, which I wish she was in the chat so she could talk about it. But Gabbie and I sampled their non-alcoholic options. Katie got a Tahitian torch, which I know she liked. And we chatted with some people. I would assume they're from the East Coast. I failed to ask.
They said they were from the East Coast.
Did they? I don't.
They did.
Were they from New York? No, Pennsylvania. They're from Pittsburgh. That's where they're from.
We went back to Magic Kingdom. We took it. I don't recall. Monorail was still down, apparently. We made it back to the car. Took the car to All Star Sports so we could go take a nap.
Good times.
As one does.
Gab took a nap and I laid at the pool and got extremely sunburnt.
We don't have sympathy for her because she did this to herself. I
didn't
packed multiple sunscreens. Ashley did not apply sunscreen at all.
Burn line right there. I don't know how. Yeah, it's.
You don't know how you burnt?
No, I don't know how I got this random tan line right here. Whatever.
After I had a delicious nap, we went and did mini golf. I think you forgot to add a note to that.
That I won?
I have the paper in the bedroom. I kicked your ass at it, honestly. How many hole-in-ones did you get?
0. And you got 3.
Yeah, I kicked your ass.
Yeah. I did like that mini golf course better than the Fantasia one.
I don't know if it's just... Well, I guess we went in July when we did Fantasia. That Fantasia was so hot. I feel like there was no shade. And this one, for one, I thought it was easier to get to.
Mm-hmm.
The bus from, I think, Blizzard Beach and walked over there. The Fantasia one was a journey to get to it. And yeah, it was cute. I wish we would have done both of them because we had the time. There was nobody doing it, so we made it through really quick.
Did you love the experience and the little lizards everywhere?
No, I did not. They were really bad there. I don't know why, what science behind it, but they were all over that mini golf course.
After mini golf. Yeah, whatever. We went to Disney Springs again. They have a new collection out that's very minimalistic, but it's just a color and a park character. And we had seen that people were getting them embroidered. So we got one of those bags. We got it embroidered. We'll have to show the people at a later date.
It was pretty quick, too. For being a Sunday, I was worried that getting it embroidered would take hours. And I think it was done within an hour and a half.
Yeah. The staff were super friendly, too. This whole process
I got my Crocs.
Was super easy. You did get your Crocs.
I need to take the tags off so I can wear.
What else did you get? You got something else. Didn't you?
No. It was just the bag and the Crocs.
You're right. After that, Gabrielle got her poutine. Not the Epcot poutine, but she did get poutine.
You got poutine, too.
I did.
I feel like they improved. Maybe they improved this when they took the other poutine away.
Maybe.
Because it used to have the really fat fries. And I feel like these fries were not as big as usual. I don't like the fat fries.
Yeah. I also walked through Uniqlo. I hadn't been through there in a while. They've gotten a lot more stuff. And they got a lot more expensive. So I didn't really like it that much. But whatever.
I don't think I've ever really been a fan of Uniqlo.
Fine. After that, we went back to our resort. Didn't do anything.
We had a big day the next day.
We sure did.
We went to Epcot, rope drop Soarin'. I don't think I would do that again. A woman of few words.
I wouldn't do it again.
Yeah, that is not a good rope drop ride.
No, you skipped. That's why. Yeah. Everyone was running to Guardians of the Galaxy. And I have we see people run all the time, but this one was really bad. This is probably one of the worst.
Necessarily compared to other. I don't know. I guess I don't notice other people as much as Ashley does. I just kind of went to Soarin', and like you could see, I think there was one family in front of us also going to Soarin', and it was okay. The new update, I don't know. I don't care that much about Soarin' to wait in line for that new update.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it again. But I don't think we're going to have the opportunity to because it'll be gone soon.
We went to Frozen. I love the Frozen ride. I don't care how old I am. I love the Frozen ride. We waited 40 minutes. That was hot and miserable. I feel like this was one of the hottest days.
Mm-hmm.
And we also waited like outside, and that wasn't fun.
Yeah, that was the not fun part. I think it was a posted 50-minute, and we still only waited 40, so that was nice. It's probably the longest line we actually waited in.
While we were in line, though, I saw this family with these cinnamon rolls, and it was like the huge. I've never gotten the Gaston ones, but I would assume it's like the same size as that with like orange cream cheese icing. We went there afterwards, and we waited in a heck of a line there, too.
It was the Kringla Bakery.
It was delicious. I honestly think I probably would have eaten almost everything on their menu. I just really wanted the cinnamon roll. Again, I thought we were going to share this one, and you did not. You wanted your own thing.
Well, I wanted to try the school bread, and I also wasn't that hungry, but I knew that I would rather try the school bread than just eat a cinnamon roll. Sorry,
it was not
Charlie.
just a cinnamon roll. It was delicious.
It's
I also
huge.
feel like I've been telling you lately that like I wanted a good cinnamon roll, and that's what I was looking for.
Yeah, but it was good. I had never had the school bread before, and it was. I didn't eat all of it, like I said, because I wasn't hungry, but I would get it again.
I would get that cinnamon roll again.
We're going to. It's going to happen.
I would also be interested to try, because I don't feel like it was overly expensive. I don't remember how much the cinnamon roll was, but they had some like a crepe looking thing that was like $3 or $4.
Mm-hmm.
I would probably try some other stuff there too.
Yeah.
I went to Figment. Do you have any complaints about Figment?
I don't really have a complaint, but I've never waited that long for Figment in my life. I noticed things in the queue that I've never paid attention to.
I feel like it was posted like 15 or 20 minutes, and you were just baffled that there was a wait.
It was early in the morning, too.
Then you went to Animal Kingdom. I went to Magic Kingdom. This is when I took the ferry, and I would not recommend. That was a long time. I thought the monorail was down, though, which it might have been, but they got it back up apparently quicker than the last time.
Yeah, I had made it from Epcot to Animal Kingdom. Like, I was in and out of Animal Kingdom before Gabrielle even got into Magic Kingdom, which was crazy.
I didn't do anything when we got in there. I walked around a little bit, and then I posted up at Cosmic Rays because my feet were hurting.
The dogs were barking.
And it was like 1 o'clock, like prime lunchtime. It was so packed. I did get the chicken tenders and fries there. I was not a fan of the chicken tenders. I don't know if they like changed the recipe or what. They weren't great. I got a slushie though that was great.
That you had to throw away at TTA.
That's okay. It was very sweet.
I got the breaded fried chicken sandwich. Also wasn't great. It was like it was more breading than it was chicken, so I was just kind of annoyed by the whole thing. Because it would be like a bite of chicken and then a bunch of breading and then like a small bite of chicken. But it was fine. It did the trick.
That tour group was also at Cosmic Rays when we went. And I think that's when we like really started doing research on them. Because we were just baffled as to why there's a horde of 15-year-olds.
Yeah, and Katie had like checked the Wild World of Sports schedule, and there were like no sporting events. So we were just like, if it's not a sports team, then who the hell are these people?
We went on TTA again.
We experienced an earthquake. We survived the 2026 earthquake of Walt Disney World.
We didn't know there was an earthquake.
No, we didn't know. We rode TTA, and What was I going to say? Well, everything was fine about our ride on TTA. Like, it never stopped, never did anything. But we got off and we were like, yeah, let's go back to the room and nap. It's our last park day. We were hitting Epcot. No, I'm sorry. We were going to do a Happily Ever After in Starlight. Like, let's go back, take a nap, like, get some rest, and then we'll come back for, like, the nighttime
I feel like
stuff.
it was pretty busy this day again. Because I know we waited for TTA. We stood out in the sun for a while. And I feel like that's part of why we just went back to the room. Because, like, we had done most everything we wanted to do.
Yeah. Katie had texted me on the way out and was like, did you feel the earthquake? And I was like, what are you talking about? She's like, legit, there was just an earthquake. And then not, like, 5 minutes later, we were walking out of Magic Kingdom and I got, like, a news alert saying that there is a 6.1 magnitude earthquake off the coast of Cuba. And then we, like, Central Florida and most parts of Florida felt an aftershock. So basically, as we got on the bus, they were shutting down, like, all the major attractions at Walt Disney World. Like, they shut down Tiana's, Big Thunder Mountain, Space Mountain, Tron. There's another one they shut down, I think. I don't remember. But, like, all of the major attractions just at all the parks were shut down because they checked them. So, you know, as we were on the bus, I was like, well, I'm glad we left at this point because everyone else is going to flock to all the other rides, you know, until they're done. So that was an interesting thing that happened, for sure.
We went back to the resort, probably took another nap, went back to Magic Kingdom. We got, Pecos Bills. The nachos there. I forgot to mention when I ordered my tachos, the man made fun of me because I'm picky and I wanted just the tater tots and like the brisket gravy. And then again at Pecos Bills, I wanted just the chips and the chicken. And the woman, she didn't make fun of me per se. She
gave you some
both
shit
times
for it,
they
though.
like double checked. Like, you really just want chicken on chips? And would you know it? They messed up my order.
They did. So we got a lot of food.
Yeah. Ashley because you got the pork, I think. And
Brisket.
like you got everything on it. And then they gave us a plate of nachos with chicken and everything on it. So we had to get another one made with just my chicken on it. And it was delicious. I would recommend that to everyone who likes just chicken and chips.
Yeah, I think I preferred the chicken over the brisket. And I completely forgot that I did that. So it was good.
Looking back, I probably could have asked her if they had like shredded cheese. Because I don't like the melted nacho cheese. But I would have ate it with shredded cheese. And I'm sure like the kids' menu or something has tacos. I don't know. I could have seen if they had shredded cheese, but even without, it was fine.
Yeah, it's so good. After Pecos Bills, this time we actually did the Tiki Room.
There you go.
Then we went over to Ariel. Rode the Little Mermaid.
Was there any complaints about the Ariel
I forgot about that. We had an insane wait for it, and then it kept shutting down.
I don't feel like the wait was that long. Maybe like 20 minutes. I think it was posted like 15 or 20. It was just the fact that once we got on there, it shut down like 10 times.
Yeah.
Like it would shut down and then come back up, and then we'd move like a foot and then it would shut down again.
Yeah, it was so we rode it. It was fine. And then
This is when they had the gross bathrooms. Here, we went to ride the train and the
Casey Jr.
Yeah, is that the bathroom? The storybook bathrooms. I have never seen such disgusting bathrooms. Like every single stall had like toilet paper on the grounds. The toilets were covered in, I would hope, water, some liquid. Like all of the paper towel dispensers were out of paper towel. Like it looked like that bathroom had not been touched all day long. It was so gross.
So gross.
Would not recommend that bathroom to anyone.
Yeah. But you did it, and then we got on the train in Fantasyland. Because I don't think we've done the train together before. So we rode the train from Fantasyland to Main Street, which is really cool. I always forget about how great that train ride is. We parked it on Main Street for Starlight. I think it was like 7 o'clock at that point, maybe a little after. So we watched
Insanely
Starlight.
early.
Yeah, we watched Starlight. Gabrielle, how'd you feel about it? That was your first viewing.
It was cute. I would do it again just because we usually stay and watch Happily Ever After. So, like, I don't care so much for parades like you do. But it was okay.
I love it.
It was
I think
there.
it's adorable. Then we moved up for Happily Ever After, got a little closer to the castle. I really wanted to see the projections, but we ended up moving up anyways because I
You
wanted to
say
be able to.
that, but you're the one that moved up.
I know. I don't
We
know why I
could
did
have
that.
stayed put.
Yeah.
And
I
then,
think
like,
I
you're in the
also-
flow of traffic. You can't just, like, stop walking.
Yeah. I think I just wanted a good view of Tink flying too, because you had made the comment like, "Oh, I wonder if Tink's gonna fly tonight." So I was like, "Oh, maybe we should get closer so we can like actually see her fly." But
I don't know if I
anywho,
said this in the moment, but I'm fairly certain that's the first time I've seen Tink fly.
really?
Yeah. Because,
It's
like,
so
I
heartwarming.
didn't know that she lit up. And I always thought that, like, oh, I just missed it or something. Like, I didn't know her whole outfit lit up. And, like, it's a long process. It's not like a quick little zip line. I don't think I've ever seen her fly before.
Yeah, it is pretty cool. I think that's the moment when I always get like goosebumps during Happily Ever After. It's like Tink flying. It's a good time. Never ever record fireworks with your flash on your phone.
I don't know how that affected you when they were behind you.
Because it was so bright, like just shining on everyone. It was annoying.
There's fireworks. Like, the whole sky was bright. I did not even like turning around did I notice the people with flashlights on. I'm sure it's annoying for like those standing right next to them. Like, it didn't affect me being behind me.
Pardon me. Anyways, we moved up, but there were no projections, so it's a good thing we did move up. We kept like checking behind us to see if like what the projections looked like, but they never happened. So I was kind of bummed about that because I know a lot of people think that they're great, but whatever.
Yeah, I haven't seen them.
Yeah. But that was it. We got on the
We went
bus.
back. I guess we did start to pack up some because we both showered and kind of packed up while the other was in the shower. The next morning, our departure day, I think I woke up at like 6 o'clock in the morning. And like, almost every day that we didn't have a park, I woke up and I would like hang out for an hour or two and then go back to sleep. And you would sleep the whole time.
Tired.
This was it. I think it was at like 7 o'clock. It was like 6:55. Like, it was early. Someone came knocking on the door. And I had already mentally told myself, like, I'm not answering that door for anyone else. Because there's no reason anyone knocks on our door that's not like a cast member. Except they kept knocking on the door. And I went and opened it. And it was that same group of girls standing with like a cart full of donuts out there. And as soon as they saw me, they said, "Oh, sorry," and walked away.
So annoying.
That was, which I think at that point, because I didn't realize, I think you said they had like a cart of cookies or something. No, you showed a video and they had a cart of cookies. And then I'm fairly certain they told them like, everyone on this side is in your group. So they were probably just going door to door.
Yeah.
And like, we were not in their group. They didn't even give us the freaking donuts that they woke us up for.
Yeah. And now that you say that and I'm thinking about it, we weren't assigned a room. But when we checked in, they kind of like plopped us into a room because we were like, "Hey, we're here to check in. Is there a room ready?" And they kind of just like plopped us into that one with the king bed.
Yeah.
So that makes sense because they aren't going to put a group of girls in one room with a king bed. So kind of lucked out there. Yeah, kind of lucked out on that one. But not even an hour later, housekeeping starts knocking on the door. And so like I get up and I'm like making my way over, and Gabbie, I don't know if you noticed this, but she was like aggressively knocking, like housekeeping, and you could tell she was like tapping her card to unlock the room and like jiggling the handle at the same time. And I was like, "Can you chill for like literally 1 minute. And I
had the thought when we were sleeping in that housekeeping might come, but I also assumed like they made a note like, oh, it's their checkout day. I can just wait.
Yeah.
But also like every time I shut the door, like I put the block thing on it. So even if she tried to get in, like it was going to stop her. Like, yeah, I do recall her like she was being very loud, which I'm glad she announced herself and it wasn't like just another tour group coming by.
Yeah. But like, it was the like trying to unlock and jiggling the handle that I think pissed me off more than anything. Like, announce yourself 3 times, and if you don't hear, then maybe you should like start to make your way inside. But anyways, I opened the door and she immediately became like apologetic. Like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. And I was like, you weren't sorry when you were like unlocking the door trying to get in. And now all of a sudden you're sorry. Whatever.
Yeah.
At that point,
it was like after 9:00. We were up. Because yeah, we finished packing and I think we left the room by like 9:30, 9:45. We went and ate breakfast because the morning of this day, we still had 3 meal credits and 5 snack credits. So we went and got breakfast at the room. I don't know what this cat's doing. Oh, that's just my shoe. We went and got breakfast. I think we both just got the waffles that time.
Mm-hmm.
And then we went to Springs to use our snack credits. We talked about this after the fact. Usually on our last day, we always try and find a flight out that's like later so we can enjoy the last day. After this trip, like, no, we're not doing that anymore.
Yeah.
I want a flight that it's either early or like midday so we can get home and have time to like unwind some. And we also just spend that last day moping around. Like, I don't ever want to go because like we got breakfast at like 10:30 and the bus was coming to get us at 2. So we didn't really have time to go like explore all these resorts or do things. But yeah, we went to Springs and we got a few snacks.
It's a couple.
Yeah, 1 or 2.
Yeah, we got 5 packages. Well, 4 packages and I got a Rice Krispie treat at Goofy's Candy Company.
Yeah, we were obviously flew and like we just each had carry-on. So it's not like we could really get like candy apples or something that like nothing's going to travel great. So yeah, we just got bags of like the gummies. I've been eating the gummy worms for 2 days now and they're delicious. From there, we were going to go to Animal Kingdom Lodge, but I think that we left Disney Springs and that bus stop was like 30 something. So yeah, we went to Wilderness Lodge. That was like number 7 and kind of wandered around there.
Yeah, we didn't really do much at Wilderness Lodge. We just kind of walked around the outside, saw the cabins, saw Snake. And then by that point, I think it was 12:45. So I was like, oh, I should probably get on a bus to like get back to the resort. So we took a bus to Animal Kingdom. There's pretty much an all-star bus sitting there. So that was it.
We went and I don't think I would want to mobile order at that resort anymore because both either that breakfast or the other breakfast took so long to get. And then I ordered this one as we were like pulling up in the bus and it took like 20-30 minutes. And like you said, it was like after 1:30, I think, when we got there because we had already gotten our suitcases. So it wasn't really prime like lunchtime. There was not a big line of people in the like ordering in the line. It's just they were not prioritizing like the mobile orders. Because they told us to be out for the bus at like 1:50, and I don't think I sat down to eat till like 1:40.
Yeah. But the bus came at 2:00, picked us up, picked up at all the all-star resorts, and took us back to the airport. TSA wasn't bad, MCO at all. You know, we flew American, so just got to the American hub or American terminal. I don't think there was really anything flight-worthy to discuss.
You were very, very, very stressed about this storm.
Yeah, it was storming.
I think it was
really
until
bad
the
here.
second flight.
Mm-hmm.
I don't recall. I think it was just the second one that like Right, 'cause we
had that failed takeoff.
Yeah. We weren't set to, like, get into the Indy airport until, like, 11 o'clock, I think. So, like, that sucked, and I had to be up at 5 a.m. the next morning for work.
Wasn't fun.
So, like, we were kind of gambling with, like, is the storm going to, like, delay us any?
Yeah.
It didn't. We did. Was it that second flight that had the weird takeoff?
Yeah, because, like, we got on the flight. Is the cat okay?
I don't know where she went. She's probably fine.
We got on the flight, and I was getting alerts that were like, severe thunderstorm watch, tornado watch, and I was like, oh, this is not going to be good. But, yeah, we, like, got onto the runway. The pilots, like, ramped up the speed, and I could tell that, like, we weren't going as fast as we should be. Like, it wasn't getting faster. It was just kind of, like, moving fast, if that makes sense. And all of a sudden, they just pulled back on the brakes. And I don't know if you heard, Gab, but the flight attendant who was, like, sitting a few rows in front of us, she just kind of yelled, yeah, there's probably something on the runway. And I was like, that's very kind of you to say that and be so reassuring to everyone.
I did not. I listened to my podcast the whole time. I thought it was interesting that, like, they pulled back and, like, went, I don't know what it's called. They taxied around and, like, they moved. It was probably, like, 5 minutes before they, like, said something to us. And said, like,
yeah.
It was just some, like, error light. We're going to get clearance to do it again.
Yeah,
like,
they were like,
fine after that.
We're talking to maintenance to make sure that we're good. And, like, they didn't come back and say, like, oh, maintenance said we're good, we're going to roll or anything. They just circled back around and took off.
I don't feel like, which I don't think I paused my podcast, so maybe they did. I don't feel like they were very, like, communicative. Most pilots, I feel like, will say, like, oh, this is like a 1 hour, 10-minute flight, like,
they
or
did.
The turbulence. Okay. I just didn't recall. Because, like, usually when you first take off, they'll say, like, we should land at X time. And I try and make note of that. Like, I didn't recall them saying anything.
You couldn't hear. That was the problem. Because I could hear them talking, but I couldn't hear what they were saying. But yeah, I agree with that. They could have been a little louder.
We got there. I think it was a little after 11 because they also delayed, like, closing the doors for, like, 5 minutes. I think they said the flight attendants came on and said the pilot so kindly offered to hold the doors for, like, 5 minutes for these certain passengers.
Yeah. No, the pilot was avoiding the storms.
Yeah, so we didn't get in until after 11, and we didn't have to wait for our luggage, at least. But the bus to the parking lot was horrendous.
Yeah, it was not fun. Next time we'll park at a shelter closer. So, that was it. That was our trip. I had a great time, Gabrielle. How was your trip?
It was good. It was very exhausting. It's very windy outside, too, if you can't tell.
No, I can't tell right now.
It was exhausting. I think I would appreciate a little rest. I feel like my legs are still sore, both from sitting on this couch for 2 hours and from that trip.
Yeah. Yeah. But we'll be back in August for the Halloween party. So we look forward
I'm nervous about the heat for that one. I didn't think the heat was too bad this time, except for, like, a few, like, days. It didn't rain at all.
Nope.
I was going to comment that I don't think I've ever gone on a trip and it not rained once.
Yeah, that was weird.
But yeah,
but I'm glad it didn't.
We'll see how August goes.
Yeah. All right. I think that wraps it. If you have any questions, just let us know. We'd be happy to discuss more details about our trip.
Ashley will discuss all of these. I will see you in August when I take another trip.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you guys for joining tonight. My mom, Brittany, Rob, and Lori were all here. Thank you guys for joining. You can catch this episode out on the social medias on Tuesday. We go live every Thursday right here on Facebook or YouTube. And you can find us on Facebook or YouTube or Twitter or any of the other social medias. Thank you guys for joining and have a great week. We'll see you guys.
Thanks so much for hanging out with us today on Going Beyond the Castle. We hope you had as much fun listening as we did sharing. To stay up to date on all things Going Beyond the Castle, head over to our website, goingbeyondthecastle.com. There you'll find more info about your hosts, both audio and video versions of our episodes, our weekly blog, and even some fan-favorite merchandise. Want to follow along on social media? The easiest way to connect with us is through our Beacons channel, beacons.ai/going beyond the castle. You'll find links to all our social platforms, travel updates, and giveaways in one place. And hey, if you're dreaming about your next big adventure, whether it's Disney, Universal, a cruise, or a tropical escape, we'd love to help make it happen. Our travel planning services are completely free when you book through us. Until next time, keep dreaming big, keep exploring, and as always, go beyond the castle.